mother is cheap. Get ready with me for the Bridgerton premiere, yes, gentle viewer. As usual, I'm cutting it time on fine. I'm cutting it fine on time. I had rather a humbling experience in Paris today. So it was two things. We went into the centre of Paris to do a little bit of shopping. I was specifically looking for a couple of things. You see, I will do anything to avoid wearing a bra. And so I favour a little bodysuit, a flexy little fit from Marks and Sparks. I put on a little bit of holiday weight, eat my ass, and therefore was looking for one perhaps in a larger size. I am what they refer to as a big buck. But I'll just have a little look around and happened upon a lingerie store. I thought, oh, fantastique. So I pondered on it. The trouble is, no parlez-vous Francois. I said to the mademoiselle, do you perchance have a bodysuit? Obviously, she didn't know what I was talking about, so I proceeded to lift up my top, flash her my titties, and say, one of these. Now, presumably she thought I was bullying her because she was part of the small titty committee. When I flashed her, she simply went, no, and proceeded with her day. To which I had to put my tits away and slowly skulk off. Now, in fairness to her, I really wasn't expecting to be flashed by an English bitch at 11 a.m. this morning, but I would have appreciated perhaps a small round of applause for how lovely my titties are, but perhaps just a little nod of appreciation. What I didn't appreciate was the absolute look of disgust and the no head turn. I found it quite offensive, actually. And the only thing I can think of is that she must have been jealous, because they are really rather some Babylons. That was humbling experience number one. So the other day, you might have seen that I gave you 7 options, 7 whole fucking options of dresses that I could wear to said premiere. Now, you have to remember a couple of things, yes? I got 5 days of warning, I lost a clit, of what the dress code was going to be. Now, you'd think, oh, well, you're going to Bridgerton premiere. Surely you just wear a corset and a hoop skirt. You know, that seems obvious. And I'd like to point out, you don't go in cosplay. If I was going to a Batman premiere, I wouldn't come dressed as Robin. I do agree with the people that said, you know, if you can't wear something like that to Bridgerton premiere in Paris, then when can you? And okay, fine, I see your point. However, as I said, I had 5 days of warning of what dress code was going to be. I needed options that were going to be comfortable, definitely going to fit, and were coming next day. I think what people forget is that a ball gown is 15 days tailoring plus about 7 days delivery. I simply didn't have that time. What people are also forgetting is, you know, you might disagree, and good for you. Good for you if you do. I, however, don't feel I have the figure for a ball gown. Sue me, fucking sue me. I said it. There, I said it, okay? I felt like out of the 7, there were 4 genuinely realistic and nice options. Well, I had people coming in swathes to tell me that the dresses looked cheap. I can fucking assure you they weren't cheap. Well, they weren't expensive, but they weren't cheap either. Either way, they were next day, they were... Shut your fucking mouth. Anywho, people telling me they were cheap, that they were not Bridgerton enough, that they weren't even red carpet worthy. I'm sorry. When was the last time you were on a red carpet? Pray tell? No, I didn't think so, okay? So don't tell me what is red carpet worthy. You know what is red carpet worthy? Whatever I fucking deem fit to wear on a red carpet. If I want to wear a fucking tracksuit on the red carpet, I can. What are you going to fucking do about it? Those people made me a little paranoid, I can't lie to you, and got me thinking, oh, well, you know, it is Paris, it is Bridgerton. Perhaps I do try to find a ballroom gown. While I'm in Paris, why not? Well, wasn't that a fucking mistake? You can't just waddle in to any old fucking bridal shop, demand a ball gown. When you're a size 16, it doesn't work like that. They don't have racks and especially in Europe, where everyone is the size of a matchstick. Anywho, I waddled on in to said Le Boutique I said to the mademoiselle, do you have a ballroom ground dress? You know, something fitting of a Bridgerton premiere? She said, when for? Except none of us said either of these things because she did not speak any English. I do not speak any French apart from fromage. I spotted 2 dresses that would be appropriate for the event. Sized up the dresses. The lady looked at me like, are you sure? I don't think that is going to fit. And I thought, well, rude, but true. She sized up the dress, she sized up me, she sized up the dress, she sized up me. She said no. And I agreed. No, indeed. She obviously wanted the sale, let's be fair here. So she got the dresses out anyway and said, maybe. The woman directed me to the changing rooms and proceeded with the first dress. The first dress didn't come fucking close. It started to make quite a ripping sound and she drew breath. And quickly hurried me out. I tried on the second one. It wouldn't go up around the waist, so we did overhead. Around the waist, we were fine. The corset was either side of my back titties. The entire span would have been laced. So she laced me up like a Christmas ham. The poor bitch did get me into the dress, but ultimately I really did look like aged prosciutto from behind. Proceeded to find a bit of spare fabric that matched the dress to try and cover everything that was bursting through the strings at the back. To give me a little bit of dignity. Little did she know that had already long fucking gone. Honestly, with the bitch that poo-pooed my breasts. I came out to the changing rooms to show Sean. He, of course, you know, really unhelpfully, is completely blinded by love. So he thinks I look good in a fucking bin bag. You know what I mean? He's no help at all. You look stunning, yes, you look lovely, but it's about how you feel. Well, I feel like a trussed-up chicken. I stood there, umming and ahhing, talking to Sean in English while the French ladies were trying to establish what conversation was happening, and I just felt like a linebacker. I mean, all of the fat that had been strapped in through the corset had spilled over the top. And I had tits here, tits on the back. There's tits coming out of my fucking arsehole, honestly. Got Sean to type into Google Translate. Unfortunately, I love the dress. Thank you for your help. However, I feel too fat. Which translates to something like, I feel gross. That feels about right. I didn't realise that fat in Francois was gross. The lady read the translation and went, oui. She could not agree more, honestly. So every fucker, and don't get me wrong, there were thousands of you that gave me helpful feedback in the form of picking one of the dresses. Like I said, there were 4 definitely viable options out of the 7 that I gave you. Thousands of people said dress 1, dress 2, dress pink, etc., etc. However, thousands of you said keep looking, find a green one. I gave you every colour under the sun and you're telling me to go and get a green one? I'm on the fucking Eurostar. That is not helpful, funnily enough. Several of you saying I'm sorry, I love you, but this just isn't giving Bridgerton. Oh, you can suck my long ass nipples as far as I'm concerned. Because of you, I was shamed. I was shamed in Paris for being gross. You know, that's what you get for asking the internet for advice. Anyway, suck your mum. I'm wearing the pink one. Oh, and just quickly, there were several people saying, I don't like any of these at all. And, you know, they're giving 90 or they're giving grandma. And I'm sorry, I just think these are unflattering, really ugly, cheap-looking dresses. Tell me you have absolutely no fucking fashion sense, okay? Just come out and fucking say it. Some people have absolutely no style. Also, some people literally just screenshotting a dress from the internet saying, I think you should wear this. Well, that's fucking great, Sally. Where the fuck am I going to get that? I'm on the Eurostar. No, I'm sorry, but these just all look so cheap. Oh, your mother is cheap. Okay, this is the finished fit. See, much better than a shitty fucking ballroom dress. You can suck my asshole. Okay, thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, yes. Let me put you down. Let me show you the full fit. Where can I put you? Pretty quickly. Very nice. Okay.